Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Planet Coaster. We're back at Knott's Grand Adventure, where, I can't really say that I've been busy on this park, because I've kind of, put it on the back burner pretty majorly, but I have been doing some small things for it, some more major than the others. Alright, firstly, I built a wing coaster right here. I know that originally I said I was gonna build a flying coaster, but eh, I didn't really feel like it, so I built this really small wing coaster instead. It is called Flight Deck because that is the most Cedar Fair name I can think of that doesn't start with Hawk. Um, if you don't know the story behind Flight Deck, so originally every single um, ride that was called Top Gun back when the park was owned by the Paramount parks are owned by Paramount, which was Kings Island, Carowinds, Great America, King's Dominion, Canada's Wonderland, and I think I'm missing one, but I can't think of it, so maybe I didn't. But yeah, if any of those parks had a Top Gun coaster, it was either renamed Afterburn if you're Carowinds, or for the rest of them, Flight Deck. So I went with Flight Deck for this because I just think it's a really funny, uninspiring name. And yeah, I just did it because I thought it was funny. And you may be wondering why I didn't build any of this on screen. And I didn't build any of it on screen because, like I said, this is my back burner park, and I built this over several days, just kind of like, I don't know, I guess, like, I'll build this. Like, first I built this, and it was going to have a wing overdrop, but then I was like, no, that's stupid, so I gave it a ridiculously steep drop that's admittedly unrealistic, but I didn't want it going too far into Fiesta. And speaking of Fiesta, I got rid of, the log flume that was here because, I said I was never gonna finish it, and it's true, I was never gonna finish it, so, I mean, I deleted it, and honestly, I'd rather have this really, nice view right here than an unfinished log flume with some crappy buildings and the worst queue. I mean, the log flume's main purpose anyways was to see if it could pull people away from Timber Mountain Log Ride, and that didn't work, and then I was like, well, maybe it's a scenery rating, and honestly, that could have been it, but they fixed the guest queue issue, so it doesn't really matter anymore. Um, God, what else did I do? Oh, I changed Vortex again, and I really like this new layout that I gave it. So, instead of it having its original approach into, the double corkscrew, well, two and two and a half corkscrew. I mean, that's technically part of a corkscrew. Um, where it would do like this weird like turnaround thing into it. Instead, after the loop, I have it going into a really tight left-hand turn, which is this version of the Anaconda turn, and by that I mean it's too small and it's oddly shaped. Like, there's no way that could be comfortable. And I would have made it bigger, but the park boundary's right there, so that's literally as big as I could make it. And then it does like this nice little helix up into the brakes, and then it has a drop into a turnaround, into a hill, and then into the double corkscrew. And right here, I actually had to add trim brakes for some odd reason. I think it was just taking the loops too quickly. And honestly, it's really arrow to have random trim brakes somewhere. So yeah, these ones are right here. Hooray, aero realism. I'm actually kind of proud that I had to add trim brakes to it. And the ratings are still all green, so it's not like I butchered the ride at all. So, all in all, I'd say that was worth it. And I really like the new queue. It is really short. I might go in and add some switchbacks along this hill if I can. Like, I'm not gonna have like angled switchbacks. That would just be ridiculous. But maybe right here where there's some room, I'll just have some elevated switchbacks, and I'll actually think work pretty well. It won't exactly look beautiful, so I'm just gonna put the like the girders supports or the lattice, whatever you want to call them. The you know the ones. I'll show you. I don't know what you're talking about. It's the framework. It's these. I'm just gonna put those down underneath it. I still haven't built these up yet, but I will at some point. I kind of want to redo more of these buildings, honestly. Like, this one's not going to be too hard to redo, because I can do most of that myself. I feel like there's something else. Oh, I moved the flat rides over here, so now there's 3 of them. Oh, I did place this one down. I was like, oh man, I don't have the scrambler anymore. I do have the scrambler still. That's weird. Then where did I put... I could have sworn that I... Okay, I'm really confused right now, because when I was playing earlier today, I could have sworn that this right here was the Sky Ace, and then that was there, that... I'm gonna zoom out really quick. Apparently I'm just going crazy, or maybe I... No, I didn't delete the Sky Ace. Okay, that's really, really weird. Alright, I don't have the Sky Ace, but that's fine. I don't know why I'm thinking that I saw it earlier. I actually went on a hunt for the Scrambler, because I was like, I wouldn't just get rid of the Scrambler, would I? And I like zoomed out and I searched the park like I did just now, and it never showed up. So that's a bit strange. Yeah, anyways, let's talk about this really quick. I kind of had to redo the whole path because it was getting rid of too many supports. Originally, the path went right along here, I think. It went really, really close to this ride, Eaglehawk, and I think that this support wasn't there like at all. So this whole part right there was just floating, but I was like, I can make this work. So I deleted from here on, and I added this kind of weird-ish intersection because I kind of want this area not to get too congested. So if you are just heading off into the rest of the this section, you can just head straight-ish and then veer left, and then you completely avoid the entrance. And if you do really want to go on, then you can just go that way, which is a little bit more indirect, but I think the guest brain should realize that that is the quicker route to the entrance to that ride. I have the exit right here. I kept this restroom. I might redo some aspects of it. Here's what I have the station. I kind of am toying with it. I'm probably just going to end up practicing with custom roofing to see if I can like get more of the look that I want, because I kind of want it to feel like somewhat open air. Like, I don't want it to be like a full solid roof, but I kind of want it to be like little bits of like angled stuff, so that it just kind of forms something that would cover the guests from any elements, but still have this open air feel to it. Because I think it's just cool on a ride like, with the theme like this, and obviously the space / flight themed area of the park. So I kind of want to stick with that. So yeah, I know that I wanted to have this park out by now, and it's obviously not, but sooner or later I'm gonna get there, and it'll be on Steam, and you guys can all do stuff with it. And honestly, now that I've gotten rid of the Lost City, I am more likely to finish this, so this is all just really good overall. But yeah, thank you. Actually, I'm not gonna end it. Let's go on this. And yeah, this is actually perfect. This is the train that we want, and because this is a wing coaster, we will take a seat. This is an 8-mile-per-hour lift, by the way, and the ride is, I think, 122 feet. It's really, really small. I think this might be the shortest of the wing coasters if it were real. I don't know how tall Swarm or Raptor is, but I think they're close to this. They're not gigantic. They're not like Gatekeeper size or anything. Into the wide loop. Right past the queue. To a sweeping turn that leads into a 0G roll. I might add a near miss element there, but honestly I probably won't. Into this weird overbank turn that goes right past the path, into the weird corkscrew, into another turnaround, into a high-speed bank section, right past Sierra Sidewinder, and across the line. So yeah, it's really, really short, but this ride accomplishes everything that it should. It kind of fills the niche of having the coaster that simulates flying. In a way, I guess Eagle Hawk does, but I think this has more of a free feeling to it. I've never been on a wing coaster, so I can't say that from experience, but I have been on X, and that does feel like a lot like flying. Whereas on like Silver Bullet or Batman or Dragons or Mont2 or Mind Eraser, which are the only inverts that I've ever been on, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, none of them really feel like you're flying. I mean, you can tell that you're underneath the track, and you don't have anything beneath you, but you can still tell that something's there. But with wing coasters, it's like you pretty much just feel like you're floating so long as you don't look to your left or right and look at the train and track. So yeah, that's why I went with that. And oh, another thing. I just keep thinking of things. I'm really, really proud of this queue because one thing that I said a while ago is that I didn't really Cedar Fair the queues enough where they just have like ridiculously long switchbacks. Like I've only seen pictures of them at Cedar Point, but some of the roller coasters there just look like they have the most like ridiculous like sections of switchbacks. Like I think it was a picture of Gatekeeper, and it just so much queue. Like why do you have? I'm sure it fills up, but like it's a ridiculous amount of queue. Maverick has a ridiculous amount of queue also. Again, never been there, but I've seen pictures and holy crap. I'm sure it needs it though. But yeah, now I'm going to end it for real this time, so thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.